And here's Ashuala, and this is a real chance. Ashuala against Kemper, misses. A let-off for the Germans, and a warning for the Germans that they simply cannot give the ball away in central midfield, because Ashuala is so quick that they will more often than not end up punished. The goalkeeper came out decisively. Well, she should have scored. Break. Danger here. It was played to DK on the far side, trying to find the run of Ihuezo. Gideon's made a bit of a mess of trying to clear the ball. It's still in play. There's a chance for Nigeria, and it's blazed over the crossbar from the penalty spot area by Oshashwala, of all people, who's had the two most clear-cut chances of the game so far and not been able to take them. Canart got in a tangle, lost out to Ihuezo. Well, two of them came together, flicked on towards Ayila, and then Oshawala, and it's in! Nigeria get the goal, but it's not going to count. An offside flag at both ends, but this is a really dramatic one. They thought they'd won it. The bench thought they'd won it. The fans thought they'd won it. But Oshawala is denied. Big call by the assistant referee. Was she in front when the ball was played in? Bremer trying to win it back though for Germany. She has done. It's Paulina Bremer. Gets to the byline, cuts it back. Real chance. Goal, Germany! It's Peterman again! Got the winner in the semi-final. Might well have got the winner here as well. Well, she may not have won the gold medal, but she's the top scorer. Fabulous performance throughout by her. And the golden ball goes with the golden shoe. It is Asisat Ashawala, whose electric pace and eye for goal and finishing has been such a huge part of this tournament. One of those players, and we saw it and heard it tonight, that every time she gets the ball at her feet, the crowd are visibly lifted. She's been a great entertainer. It's been a tough night for her. She's a runner-up in the one race that she really wanted to win, but she is a worthy Ballon d'Or winner. Applause for the bronze medal winners, France. It's the best performance they have ever achieved in the competition. Claire Lavogé and Grige Mbokpati will soon be collecting their medals for third place. No French side has ever gone this far in this tournament. There is Mylène Tarieux on crutches, got injured in the semi-final, but is happy to.
Well, it started with a draw against Mexico, and then the girls began to gather momentum, and we saw, so many goals in that semi-final win over North Korea, and all of us stayed up to watch, hoping that the girls will score a couple of goals that will just be good enough to see us being champions of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. But never was. The Germans got a goal. We had chances, we didn't take them. The Germans got one, scored it in extra time, and won that tournament. Nigeria, of course, having to make do with being second best for the second time in 4 years. That's how we welcome you to Sports Tonight this Monday. Still celebrating the girls. We may not have struck gold the way we wanted, but at least there's something for us to celebrate. The emergence of stars that we hope we have a whole lot to bring to the women's game, not just in Nigeria, but for Africa. So welcome. Thank you for joining us on Sports Tonight this Monday. My name is Tony Ibitoye. Oyen Wuchimachuku, Yemi Aribayo are starting off the show with me this Monday, and we will talk about the girls, of course. We will also talk about the Super Eagles as we go along on the show. But let me just welcome Onye and Yemi guys. We stayed up. It was a long tournament. It was eventful, but we didn't get what we wanted. We wanted gold. We have to make do with silver.
Yeah, Tony, I think we need to take some positive from what happened early this morning. Because actually, early this morning.
Early this morning, yeah.
You know, so
early this morning.
In the final of any game, you don't need to play to the gallery. You just need to keep it simple, tight, get the result. And that was what the Germans did. You know, their coach has shown that he has gathered experience. 3 victories. Playing in the final consecutively in the past 3 editions. You know, so he knows.
And this is the 3rd time the Germans are winning it, and she's also been involved at every of those triumphs.
She knows what it is. You know, the Falconets started with so much intensity. You know, playing very well, dribbling,
creating the chances, but not putting them away.
Not putting them away, but in the dying minute of the extra time, they got burnt out. You know, so the Germans knew that the match has not ended. That all they needed was just to get that
concentrate,
and they got it. So that's the difference. But like we said, so many positive. Oshuala, another great player for the future and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was where we should have buried the game, really, because in the first half, the Germans were up against it.
They were.
Look at it. Oshuala stole the ball.
There were hours for the taking. We just did.
Maybe that first touch was a little too heavy.
Yes.
But
and you see that.
And then look at this. Look at this one. Amy, how do you describe this one? Ihezuo overpowered that German defender.
It was like a night.
Pulled the ball back.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to comment about. It was like a nightmare because we saw this happen on 3 or 4 occasions where it was either these girls running into each other's space or one person.
So anxious to score the goal.
And
to be the one
taking the glory.
Taking the glory.
First Nigerian to score in the under 20 World Cup final for the girls.
They will look back at moments like this, but check out this one. Check out this one. This was going in. But you know, arguments about whether
it crossed the line,
or
before,
not. But we will have been saved all the blushes of arguing whether the ball had crossed the line before Ayala kicked it or not, if Ayala had just stayed out. The ball was goal bound all the same.
The sad part was, I mean, you were talking about how experienced Lovette is.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't imagine that she would be the one to make such mistakes. And that would have been a good goal. I mean, it was a very silly way to just, I mean, you know, she wasn't involved with play, and clearly she was in an offside position. That would have counted. And here we got the soccer punch. It's the cruel nature of football. When you don't take your chances, this is what happens to you. And like Oye was pointing out, I mean, nothing was in the bag already. We were wasting those chances, and there was going to be a time we were going to pay. And unfortunately, for once in a long time, I stayed up to watch a ladies' game. I was interested. I mean, especially after that North Korea game. I mean, I thought that was going to be toughest. And the way they just cleaned
you have
out.
to stay up to watch. This is the final.
Yeah,
this is the final. And of course, you want to see how the guys.
You're used to the quality of the guys' game. And sometimes you gloss over for the ladies. But in this particular case, the way the ladies have played, and you know, some of the stars, I mean, you're talking about someone who might likely replace Perpetua and Culture in future and all that. It makes you happy to see all of that. And that's the positives we can take away from this, in spite of not winning.
Yeah, plenty of positives to take away from it. When you look at the role of individual awards, it was Ashisha Toshola, Golden Ball, Ashisha Toshola, Golden Boot, Make Kemper, the German goalkeeper, Golden Glove, and of course, fair play going to the host. I mean, what do you expect? They got hammered, and they were even out long before the tournament got into the crucial stages. But it's okay. We are coming back here next year for the FIFA Women's World Cup itself. But these are positives that we can pick up from this. Yeah. Looking at Asishat and hoping that she can come here next year and also make a mark.
Obviously, Tony, with 7 goals, it was always going to be Asisat Oshuala. Imagine the
not just the way she scored those goals, but the way she played overall.
What she put into the game.
Contribution, general contribution to the team, and even when she was not the arrowhead, she also assisted,
coming to the middle, helping the midfielders.
And I mean that she deserves that. What she's getting. Then the German goalkeeper obviously made very crucial saves, especially in the first half of the game against Nigeria. So, I mean, she deserves the award she got. Then Canada, maybe just consolation for hosting and hosting well.
Hosting well, and then they are hosting us again next year for the Senior World Cup for the women. Will be taking place next year in Canada. We hope our girls, some of them, will make the step up, surely. A lot of them are already capped at the senior level. So we want to see them more established and bringing this quality to the senior level.
Yeah, and we also need new faces. You know, Uchechi Sunday was there.
Third time.
Was there in 2010,
2012, 2014. This should be the last.
She needs to graduate. We need more.
She's already a graduate.
And maybe we
should.
Maybe we should do what we did with the guys. At some point, you should get to a level where you say, so set of players.
Don't come again. No, Uchechi is not coming again. Uchechi has played 2010, 2012. I mean, that's
but
4
my
years
worry,
ago.
But my worry for these girls, when you compare Africans with Europeans, they have a springboard. I mean, they're not taking from something into nothing, and that's my problem. These girls will come back, they won't be active. A lot of things that will put them in tip-top shape.
Like our league.
You might say the league, but still, you know, and
competitions.
I really hope the NFF will sort this out and stop being a tournament, having a tournament.
There's a league. Oshola plays for Rivers Angels. And there's a league going on. They are the best team in the
That's what I'm saying. I hope.
There's something to play for, because what do you play for in the league?
Yes. I think every time we talk about the NFF, but very importantly, what of the state FA? That is where the football development should start from.
Exactly.
We should not be talking about NFF, everybody trying to get into the NFF. We should also look at the characters involved in running the state, because that's where all the players.
And if I was a coach, I'm going to pick these girls because I don't want to lose my job. And you're not creating the enabling environment for me to see the young ones. So I'm going to pick those I can rely on and give me the results.
And apart from the state FAs, what about the leagues? We have a women league. We have a pro league. We have a Premier League. Now we have 2 divisions already. So what do we do to make the league big enough to accommodate talents like this? Because I know.
And make them blossom. Not just